when we walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to give some cards out, and hopefully I don't have enough for every single person to get their own card, but I'm sure, yes, I'm sure some people can take a picture, send it to everybody, or whatever. Yeah, one of you, well, if you can look over there, you see that house on the corner, yellow and red, on that corner over there? That's John Roxborough's childhood home. That's where they grew up, the Roxboroughs. The Roxboroughs, of course, the leader, John is the head of numbers running in the city of Detroit. And so that's their house, right over there. That was their house. John, his brother Charles, and his niece Elsa all grew up there. Elsa is going to be the first black person to live in a dorm at the University of Michigan. Yeah, go blue. And she is facing all kind of discrimination. Facing all kind of discrimination her whole life. And for some people, everybody got different ways of responding to discrimination. Some people, they become civil rights activists. Other people, you know, fight in whatever ways they can. Elsa, it really takes a toll because many of the people discriminating against her, in her mind, she can't understand. She grew up with butlers and maids and nannies and chauffeurs. But the people saying she can't live here and can't live there are not, you know, she's like, how, you know, so she feels like she should live her class, not be forced into a subservient or unequal position because of her race. Eventually, Elsa's going to switch over and become white. And she's going to live her final years as white. She was Joe Lewis's girlfriend at one time, but she can't do that. She's very, she was very light skinned. She changed the color of her hair. She changed the color of her hair, and then that was enough to do, and moved away. She was also Langston Hughes' girlfriend for a while. So she was Joe Lewis's and Langston Hughes' girlfriend. If your hair is a certain way, even though you're light-skinned, people can kind of, but if you switch it, you can fool some people, especially if you say I'm Italian or something like that. You know, you can get away with it. So that's how she did. She moved to Atlanta and became white. So this, of course, is the 30s. This is the 1930s and 40s. So she lives away. But so that's this neighborhood. But this house was the Detroit Association of Colored Women's Clubs was founded in 1921. And as I said earlier, black women were never playing a back role. They were involved in civil rights. They had clubs that were involved in civil rights, clubs that were involved in education, clubs that were involved in doing history, clubs that were involved in religion, all kind of stuff. And they created an umbrella group of these clubs called the Detroit Association of Colored Women's Clubs. There's a National Association of Colored Women. The Detroit Association became a branch of that national organization. And they became the umbrella group. Eventually they're going to be big. And the leader, Rosa Slade Gragg, is going to buy this house. She's going to buy the house, make the down payment on the house, and get ready, because her group needs a headquarters. They've been having meetings at one person's house, then the next meeting at another person's house. They tired of that. So they buy this mansion. And they buy it, and it's like, it's 12 rooms here, 12 bedrooms, 12 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and then the caretaker's quarters is in the attic. So there's like an apartment in the top for the caretaker. And so they buy this home. This house has a racial restrictive covenant. This is an all-white, racial restrictive. No homes can be rented, leased, or sold to African Americans. They cannot enter the front door. That's even in the racial restrictive covenant. The only way a black person can enter a house on this block is if they enter through the back door, because they could be the servants. It's okay for you to do that. So even if you live here, you're a live-in maid, you gotta go through the back door. If you're a live-in butler, you gotta go through the back door. You cannot go through the front doors. And so they try to stop them from moving in. They're gonna get the city to enforce the racial restrictive covenant. Rosa Gragg.
Rewind. How she buy the house then? I missed something.
So understand that Racism is one form of ism. But sometimes capitalism overturns racism. There are people who are willing to sell you a house even though it has a racial treaty covenant on it if you're willing to pay more money. And so sometimes racism takes a back seat if I can make some money off of you. So that's right. And so that's how she got the house. But now people in the community trying to get her out the house, trying to get the city to enforce the racial treaty covenant. So she walls in, as you can see, she fills in the porch. There were stairs that went all the way down here. The stairs are removed. She blocks in the front door. You can see the brick where the door was.
Wow.
She builds a door on the other side.
That's a bad lady.
She builds a door on the other side with stairs going down the other side, changing this house from a Ferry Street address to a Brush Street address. Brush Street has no racial. So
that was spot on.
That organization now is called the Trade Association of Women's Club. It still exists. They still do stuff. They still have their meetings here. They rent this space out as well. It is a mansion inside. You have to. You can't just show up. You have to prearrange. You're coming here. You can tour the house. They'll give you a tour of the house. I've done it a number of times. It's a mansion. But for me, it's the more important stuff than all the original stuff. They got the original tables, the original woodworking. I mean, they got it all redone up in there. It's beautiful. That's not me. I'm not really into interior decorating. But the pictures on the wall. These are historic black people that some of whom I've been talking about. That you can only Fannie Richards, Mary McCoy, who are members of these clubs. And so you get to see those pictures. That's what I love. When I go through here, I can show people pictures that don't exist nowhere else. And so that's the beauty. So if and when you do a tour, if you contact them and you do a household tour, yeah, I know it's beautiful, and I know you're gonna be looking at the furniture and all that stuff. Don't skip on them pictures.
What's the lady's name again that bought it?
Rosa Slade Gragg. Rosa Slade Gragg is the advisor to 3 presidents. She is the advisor. Gragg, G-R-A-G-G. She's the advisor to Roosevelt, closest to Eleanor, the advisor to John F. Kennedy, and the advisor to Lyndon Johnson.
Wow.
And you can find her picture with all 3 of them. So
Rosa
you
Slade
just do
Gragg.
a Google search of Rosa Slade Gragg presidents. You'll see her with hobnobbing with the president. She's an advisor on civil rights issues with them. So, yeah, this was the house that she bought for the organization. They paid it off for 5 years. All right, so, I mean, as you can see, we're dealing with people with money. But, like I said before about black folks with money in the city of Detroit during this time period, they knew that yeah, I might have it, but I have to do something for the other black folks. And so that's what the organization did. So the organization, yeah, these are black middle-class women, but they're doing all kinds of stuff for people who don't have. They're helping kids go to college. They're helping people start businesses. They help Violet Lewis, who's a member, to start Lewis College of Business down the street. That was the HBCU. She's a member of this organization. Her mentor is Rosa Slade Gragg, who already had a Rosa Slade Academy for vocational education on Woodward Avenue, where she was teaching black people how to do certain kinds of, they coming from down south, and they needed to learn some other kinds of skills that could work in a city economy or a city industry. And so she's training them there. And so Violet Lewis is learning from her and says, okay, I want to start one too. Can you help me? And she does. And that's how Lewis College of Business get their building right down the street. Wow. This opens the door. Omega Psi Phi comes in after that. So Omega Psi Phi got their house because this house was here. Once this house opened up, that opened up this neighborhood for black people who had resources. All right, we got to get back on that bus. It's time.
All right, beautiful.